Hi there guys, I'm Pixel Bitch, welcome to your weekly download. This week on the download, World of Warcraft players get super excited about a recent announcement at BlizzCon. I head down to the LAN Gaming Arena in Glasgow to talk about why LAN gaming is making a massive comeback. We say happy birthday to the Mass Effect series, and it turns out not all companies are downplaying single player games. Now, if you're an MMO fan, you may remember the release and then the subsequent shutdown of the Nostralrius Legacy server on World of Warcraft. It was a fan-created server that was really popular among players, but Blizzard shut it down. But that's until now. BlizzCon 2017, Blizzard announced that they are releasing World of Warcraft Classic. Obviously, the biggest question among MMO and World of Warcraft fans is, when is World of Warcraft Classic going to be released? We don't know, is the short answer. Executive producer J. Allen Brack said at BlizzCon that they want to reproduce the classic vanilla World of Warcraft experience, but bring it up to date with modern servers. Considering they haven't even decided which engine to run World of Warcraft Classic on yet, I wouldn't expect a polished game to be ready until at least 2018. However, what we do know is that Blizzard is in the process of hiring new staff specifically for the project, and they have an internal version of the game that is playable. So it is coming. If you're a fan of classic World of Warcraft, you gotta be happy about it. There used to be a certain novelty to be able to play games with your friends online and not actually have to leave your house or even see them. But recently the rise of esports has caused a LAN gaming surge. I went down to the LAN Gaming Arena in Glasgow to see how this recent surge in esports is shaping up Scottish gaming.
My name is Max Winfieski, and we are at the LAN Gaming Arena here at Glasgow's Union Street game store. On here we've got PS4 Pros, Xbox One S's and high-spec gaming PCs. So it's really sort of top of the range gaming facilities is what we have here. Personally for me as well, it's very much sort of, I've missed sitting next to my buddy on a couch and playing a game together. And with a lot of games sort of taking away from that, you know, the couch co-op aspect, being able to come in here and sit with your friend or a couple friends and just play the same game together, and you're sitting next to each other, it has that sort of sportsmanship, it has the, you know, it has the mentality of when it was a year, like, you know, years ago when you could just sit on a couch and play with your friends. But with the rise of esports as well, it's nice to also, if you have a team that you play with on COD, for example, coming in and then just playing together. Anyone who's played games before knows that sometimes your mic can cut out, or, you know, there's lag issues, so you can't sort of communicate effectively. While here, all you need to do is look to your left or to your right, and there's your teammate. We are the Clyde Claymores. We're one of the newer teams. We've been here 3 months. You know, we're still, you know, showing that what we can do to the other arenas. Glasgow does have a very, very large like fighting game community, which is why our Tekken nights are very popular. But it's nice also to see so many people coming in who have been wanting something like this and something sort of serious to it, rather than just coming in playing like in the sort of the gaming place where you can just play against each other, where it's actually against other arenas and like people around the country that you can play against.
While some companies have thrown the future of single-player games into question, Ubisoft has decided to give its opinion on the matter. Yep, that's right, while EA have decided that you're simply not paying out enough money and how dare you only pay for a game once, Ubisoft has come forward to say that they still feel that single-player games have a wealth of potential. They said that introducing mechanics like RPG elements to a game extend their replayability. I mean, if you look at titles that have been released this past year, it just goes to show that single-player games aren't dead. In fact, they're far from dead. In fact, in the first 10 days on the market, Assassin's Creed Origins has sold twice as many copies as its predecessor, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If you take Assassin's Creed into account, along with games that are coming up like The Last of Us 2, Detroit Becoming Human, Red Dead Redemption 2, all single-player games, all hotly anticipated. 2017 has been an amazing year for single-player games, and 2018 is only looking to be stronger. So people that are saying that single-player games are dead, I think you're playing the wrong games. Here at the download, we would like to wish Mass Effect a very happy 10th birthday. Yep, November 7th was N7 Day and was the 10th anniversary of the first Mass Effect game being released. Mass Effect was originally created to be an Xbox exclusive, but later on proved popular and was ported to the PlayStation and the PC as well. The first game was far from perfect. The controls were a little bit clunky, combat was sometimes a little bit awkward, but it had fantastic characterization, and the story was something that sci-fi fans could really latch onto. Happy birthday to the original Mass Effect trilogy. That's all the time we've got for the download. See you next week.